You will be. Steve, are you my first victim? You're close, though, right? Steve Holm. I think you're my only customer so far. Cue the I find your lack of faith disturbing. I'm kind of stalling anyway. Amaya's still finishing sorting them real quick. We're real close, though. Hey, while you guys are waiting, let's fill Batflip Hank's break for tonight. All right, now the noisiest people that live here have left, so that'll help. Holy cow, you think you'd bring it down a little bit? Somebody told you they were going live. Oh, look who decided to grace me with his presence. What's up, C. Haver? Steve, did you buy 2 of those spots? All right, so for the people that were in Stadium Club PYT 3 that was missing an auto, here's what they sent me, the fulfillment department. Carlos Rodriguez. I think that was Steve Rizzo. It was. Brewer Steve Rizzo. So that loose end will be wrapped up. Okay, so how this will work is I got a bunch of 80s and 90s stuff from that bulk deal from the show. Basically, you're going to buy one and tell me what direction you want to go, and I'm going to find you a dozen cards for $5. It's a stack shipping item. For some reason, if we fall short, I'm going to throw in a pack of sleeves or something to get us there. Hi, Robertson, on YouTube. If we fall short, I'll just give you some sleeves. I don't want to spend. I'm not going to show you 1,000 cards to find you 12. So we got to try to move aggressively, and then we can try to go to auctions or whatever you want to do. I got 2 hours before bat flips on. I will give you a bonus card if you grab one of Batflip's last 8 teams in his 8 o'clock break. Hi, Journey. I need you YouTube guys to come over to the District platform. I see you post every time I go live, but we can never get you to convert over. So MidwestBoxBreaks.net. We're going to do some giveaways tonight, too. So if you want in on that fun, come on over. All right, so I'm going to grab the Mariners. Again, Amaya is still sorting some of it, but I'm going to grab the Mariners, Steve, and let's see if we can find you, I guess, 24 cards. You got Steve Rizzo over here? All right, give me your Mariners. That's it. All right, Steve, we're a little light on Mariners right now. Like I said, she's not completely done sorting. I can look at another team, or you tell me another player from the 80s or 90s. I'll see if I have them. If not, we can go sleeves. I don't know if we're going to have enough, if we're going to do top loaders or not. But find a way to round it out, just to kind of see where we're at. So let's look at some Mariners. I didn't have a ton, but let's see where we're at. All right, so let me see. Can I sort these out? Randy, here's a cool looking Edgar, and I posted it in the description too. No guarantee on the condition of the raw stuff. Harold Reynolds on the Sport Flicks. Some of them held up better than the others. So I loved Sport Flicks. Scott Bankhead. Here's a Tartable. There's a Tino rookie. There's another Tino. There's a Tino. And I tried to come up with a price. There's a Griffey Collectabooks. So I did 12 for $5. There's going to be cards that are probably a couple dollar cards. There's going to be cards that are probably 10 cents or a quarter. So I'm hoping across the whole thing, it kind of washes out. So if you're like, that's probably a 10-cent card, there's going to be a card, like there's some second-year Ozzie Smiths and stuff. There's going to be some cards that are, a couple dollars, so it'll come out. All right, so what are you thinking here, Steve? Or I can try to find you some other stuff. There's a sticker you can have. There's a Gaylord Perry, that's 83 tops. That's actually pretty crisp. There's another Tino, Randy. The stickers we'll probably just do for free. I think I had some other Grippies from some other stuff. Hang on. I might have gave some of those up already. I thought I had some other top-loaded stuff that maybe I already gave those away. I might have gave those away already. What do you think, Steve? You want to see what else I have? Is there anything there you want? I thought I had some other top-loaded like Griffey and A-Rod and stuff, but I don't know what the hell I did with those. Actually, this kind of doesn't count, but do you want here's a Kate Anderson First Bowman Chrome. You want that? Actually, do you have any Cades? There's another Cade. You tell me what to do, brother. I was trying to find those other M's. All right, so what other 10 do you want? Or actually, 22. Well, let me see what this comes to. This might be all of them. You want all of these? 3, 4, 5, 6. Actually, you just want all of them, Steve? Yeah, I have. Do you want a Babe Ruth card, Landon? It's $14,000, Landon. Do you want it? I'll just give you the whole stack, Steve. Is that cool? I'll give you the stickers too. All right, that works for me. Yeah, Landon. You want to just PayPal me $12,000? I'll give you $2,000 off. All right. Okay. Yeah. Let's do it. Cool. Congrats. Landon, if you post one more time without coming over here, I got to block you for dominating my chat. So that's like 6 messages out of the last 8 lines. So I'm not here to babysit. We're here to sell cards. So you can watch and hang out, or you could be a nuisance. It's your call. MidwestBoxBreaks.net, guys. If you want to come over, we're doing some giveaways, or you can post nonstop, just dumb stuff like, yeah. Because I'll have you blocked in about 30 seconds. So do you want to test me and see how fast I can block you? There you go. Thanks, Mike. Harker, are you here? I think Harker was the next sale. you grab 2, Harker? Do you want to see my Cubby Bears? All right. There's the cups. All right. This ain't Florida. Tell them, Alex. Cubs are doing a little bit better here, Harker. All right, so Eckersley, Dunston, Grace, Sandberg, Palmeiro. And if anybody else wants some of this stuff too, just let me know to set something aside for you, even if it's not your turn. Grace, Dawson, Grace, Mitch Williams, Grace, Sandberg, and we'll try not to give you dupes. There's an Ernie Banks Collectabooks. Lee Smith, Dawson, Sutcliffe, Hack Wilson, Eckersley. Look, you can get a free Whopper, guys. A free sandwich, too. Ooh, it's got Mike Schmidt on the other side. Sandberg and Schmidt. Damon Berryhill. This one's looking a little rough. Grace, Sandberg. This is what I was saying. These are, at best, like a dime. Dawson, record breaker. You'll see a couple of those. Sandberg. Bobby Bonds. This is an 82. Some 91 Ultra. Sosa. Sticker. 78 Bruce Sutter. They put it in they raw dogged it. Top loader, no sleeve. That's actually in pretty good shape. I'll put that in the sleeve, but it's raw dogging it. Some 92 Fleer team leaders. Grace, Maddox. Harker, without even counting it, do you want the whole stack? I need some sleeves. All right. There you go. All right, we're going to top load the Suter, too. The Suter looks good. All right. Without even, Maddox rookie. Actually, that's not his rookie, but. All right. See how easy that was? That's for Harker. Couldn't be easier. All right, we can still do some auctions too. Joe, you want to see some Phillies? If you guys are doing a 10 spot like those guys are, I'll be a little bit more aggressive with you. Oh, yeah, there's some Tigers. There are some Tigers. All right, B. Fred jumped in line. Brian Fred, what do you want to see? And again, guys, you don't have to do the same team. What I don't want is to show you 8 teams to get you to 12 cards. Now, let's say we're like 2 cards short, and you're like, hey, what Canseco's do you have? You know, we can do that. All right, Brian Frederick wants to see some Brewers. All right, well, grab a spot, Joe. Grab 2 of the ones on the stage, 2 of the $5 spots. And then again, guys, I'll hook you up with a little something extra if you can help me close Bat Flip's break for 8 o'clock. He's got 8 teams left. If somebody wants to post the teams that are left. It's 2 Stadium Club hobby and a Heritage High Number hobby. And he's live at 8. We're going to try to keep you entertained until 8. Let me grab. Hey, Amaya, I have your Brewers ready. I'm coming over there. Isn't she awesome? She's going to be 22 here in about 2 weeks. All right, Brewers. That's all right. We'll come back to it. So it was kind of fun sorting this. I'm like, where are all the rest of the teams? I remember there was only like 26 teams. There was actually 27 because the Marlins were in some of this too. I didn't see any Rockies, which I think you have Rockies over there. Okay, I didn't have them in my group. But then I usually do it by divisions. I'm like, yeah, this is a mess. I couldn't remember the divisions. Remember, some of those guys jumped leagues too. All right, B. Fred. Here's a Plesac. Now, this Sport Flick looks good. Some of them didn't fare too well. These are 90 Sport Flicks. Yeah, 90. All right, Molitor, Yount, Molitor, some 89 Fleer Molitors, Don Sutton, 86 Tops, there's a Cecil Cooper. All the collector books, I think, were in a box as like a set. The collector books look pretty good. And again, some of this stuff, to a lot of people, this is just going to be a base common. So that's where the 12 for 5 comes in. There's going to be some other stuff that's a little bit better. There's a Sheffield. I think that's 89 Bowman. That oversized, freaking annoying Bowman. There's a Finest Greg Vaughn. Brian, I will not charge you if you want the protective coating pulled off of it. Molitor. Not a ton of variety here, Brian. Greg Vaughn. There's a 3000 Yount. Greg Vaughn. I don't know if Greg Vaughn does anything for you. Greg Vaughn. Greg Vaughn rookies. Teddy Higuera. And then look at this top loader. Holy cow. Look at the top loader. Look at that. Look at that top loader. Yeah. How many cards I got here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 16, 17, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. There's a lot of cards here. You just want the whole stack, Brian Fred? Just want the whole stack called a day? There's probably pushing 40 in there. 88 Tops Clemens and Nolan Ryan. Hang on. Yeah, I've seen some of it. You mean when I bought it or whatever? Yeah, just do like a miscellaneous pile. We have some Coke cards and Campbell's and stuff too. All right, we're looking for 88 Tops. So for my Red Sox guys, pay attention here. There's a bunch of Clemens there. 88 Donruss, Boggs. There's a Clemens All-Star. '89 Clemens. Boggs. Where you at, Rocket? Pedro, he threw down an old man. Even back then, that was before. Somebody should go back in time and be like, hey, there's going to be a deal where you're going to have a chance to throw down an old man. Don't do it. No on the Clemens. Shit ton of Juan Gonzalez. I have no idea why. Just an absolute crap ton. Ryan was Rangers in 88, right? Or was the Astros still? Okay. All right. Let me go back then. Let me go back. The answer is no, Brian, unless they're in the stuff she's working on. You want to take this one, and then if I've got them later, I can swap something out or whatever? Okay, come over here and match them up then. Is that what you want to do? Okay. Yeah, if I've got them, they're yours. I'll add them in if I've got them. All right, who is Cap 184 closing their stack? I'm not sure who that is. All right, next up is... Yeah, she's got some like Campbell's Soup and Coke cards. I'll show you guys here in a minute too. I got to see what those are worth. I don't know if they're anything.
A puzzle set for something.
Yeah, I know about them. You can put the weird stuff here if you want. Palm Beach Tigers. Bring me your Tigers. He bought 2. Waiting on the rest of the Tigers. Hang on. She can catch, but she's really slow. Thank you.
That's kind of accurate.
All right. Here we go. Tigers. Fielder. Some Cecils in here. There's a home run card. Trammell. Kirk Gibson. Some more Cecils. Whitaker. David Wells. I don't even remember David Wells on the Tigers. Lou Whitaker. Trammell. Fielder. Mike Henneman. Sport Flick. Trammell. Hills. I don't think I've ever been to Hills. Lance Parrish. Morris. Lou Whitaker, 84 tops. That's actually real nice shape. Look at the corners on that thing. Fielder, Gibson. Palm Beach is only 15 years old, so he's probably never seen any of these. Couple Jack Morrises from 82. Those are sharp also. Greenberg, stickers. I don't think he's even allowed to have stickers. Here's a Fielder hologram from Denny's. I've tried to take Denny's. That's like freaking Ruth's Chris in Florida. Here's 85 tops Hojo. Did you guys know Hojo was on the Tigers? And an 83 Donruss Hojo. Yeah. You paid 10. You want me to give you one of each, no dupes, and see where we're at? 3, 4, 5, 6. I'll give you a sticker. 7, 8. Give you the better one. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. I think we gave you one of those already. Maybe not. 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46. You want to buy one more and call it a day? And I'll keep a couple dupes for the next Tigers fan. All right, perfect. Love it. Perfect. Remember, guys, these are stacked shipping also. Then Amaya box them up for me in the sorting trays and put them behind me. Okay? So I don't have to go over to the table. If you guys knew what I was paying her cash, you'd lose your mind. Like factory money. Hey, yeah, box them up and put them behind me here so I don't have to go over there. Joe McGee. Joe probably wants to see some Phillies. All right, next person to buy one of Palm Beach's break spots gets 3 free cards from their PC team. Next person to buy one of his break spots. It's the green thumbnail there for 8 o'clock. All right, Phillies. Is that all the Phillies?
Yeah.
Did I say Palm Beach? I meant Bat Flip. Sorry. Too many awesome people in our group. Joe, I'm a little light on Phillies. Let's see what we can do here. Carlton and Morris. Dave Stewart. I did not know Dave Stewart was on the Phillies. Did you know that, Joe? 86 Fleer. Von Hayes and Pedro Guerrero. I mean, I'm going to save you money on a Whopper or a croissant sandwich. Charlie Hayes. I love Charlie Hayes because he made the last out for the Yankees in 96. Pete and repeat. Do you know they let kids around Pete Rose, even though it was his son? An 81 Pete Rose. An 83 Pete Rose. That's in real nice shape. Milt Thompson, Carlton, Schmidt. I won't count the dupes on the Schmidt. Here's an 86 Donruss. Schmidt passes DiMaggio. 78 Phillies team set. A little miscut, but the corners, it's actually pretty decent looking. Carlton. Steve Stone in Carlton. Phillies win first World Series. Here's an 81 Schmidt. I mean, not great, but this thing is 45 years old. What did you look like when you were 45 is what I would say. Carlton. Here's a Leaf Carlton. Carlton. Murphy. Dupe Murphy. And a Dave Doster. He's actually from our town here. That's why I had this in there. If you don't want this, I think I was going to try to track him down and give it to him. It's up to you. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 7, 10, 13, 14, 15, 18, 19. It's got a little bit of a line through it. There's 22. Joe, what about these and 2 packs of sleeves? Does that work for you? 2 packs of sleeves and these? All right. My goal is definitely not to make any money on these. All right. And again, you guys can look at more than one team also, so it does not even have to be your PC. And then, or we can just start doing auctions or whatever. Okay, did anybody grab one of Bat Flip Hank's teams? Okay, I'm going to put those up here real quick. Let's do this. If you buy one of Hank's teams for tonight, I'll give you 3 free cards. We'll just put them in your stack. All right, who's next? Or we can start doing some auctions. Let me show you this weird stuff. Was this all the weird stuff, Amaya?
Yeah, there's some in there that
I told you if you want to do an I don't know stack.
yeah.
All right. Is Mike Jones here? Mike's pretty good at the I don't know, the weird stuff too. All right, so here's the Killebrew puzzle. Is anybody working on the Killebrew puzzle? Or anybody interested in the Killebrew puzzle? I think quite a few of these are dupes because I looked at it and there's a decent amount of dupes. Is anybody even remotely interested in the Killebrew puzzle? If you buy one of Hank's teams, I'll give you the whole stack of the Killebrew puzzle. You're going to be lucky to get about half of it out of this, I think, though. I'm sure you could find the rest of it somewhere. All right, so I'll put the lots back up here in a second. Let's see what else I've got here. All right, I've got no one else in line if you guys want some more cards. I'll show you some other stuff here too. So this is redeemable for 10 World Series cards in 95, it looks like. Campbell's Soup. Anybody wants to see if these are worth anything? Campbell's Soup cards. What year are these from? 95. I'll only eat one kind of soup, and it's chicken noodle, unless you count chili. Campbell's Soup cards. Coke. You guys ever do any Coke? These are from 95. Here's an acetate phone card. $5. Oh, I almost showed you the code. There's another acetate Coke card. Here's a Flair game card. Kevin Jordan, Bobby Morris, Desi Relaford, and Adam Riggs. Some prospects. She didn't know where to sort these out. Anton French, Damon Smith, Duron Stovall, and Keith Williams. Steve Cox, Jesse Ibarra, Derek Lee, and Ron Wright. Mike Cameron, we know Mike Cameron, Raul Ibanez, and Jeff Jenkins. We know all those guys. Anybody need that? B. Fred, do you need the Jeff Jenkins? Oh, I put these on top of my White Sox. Here's some White Sox. I don't know.
Did you do the Reds already?
No, Reds should be there. Bottom row, right side. You want the Jenkins? All right, that's yours. Yeah, if anybody finds out anything about those Coke cards or the Campbells. Now, here's some weird things. You punch them, and I don't know what the hell this is. Play ball basic rules. Looks like it involves a pencil.
It's like paper football.
Amaya says it's like paper football, but she doesn't know anything. What's up, Cube? Here's Ripken and Cecil scratch off. Ooh, look at that. Not even scratched, except it had, I don't know if somebody had a caramel apple. You could clean that off, I bet. You could put some Kurt's card care on that. Yeah. Anybody want any of these? They're unpunched, too. What's up, Dan? Anybody needs any of those? Talk to me. All right, let me show you a team here. I'm going to put the lots back up. What's up, Dano? And you can go back to just doing $5 if you want. Let me show you. Let me find something that's popular here. Where's a thick one? What's that, Orioles?
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's look at some Orioles. Somebody tag Phil Moore. Let's see how many Orioles I got here. Let's get a Ripken stack going. Ripken, Chris Hoyles. And anybody can claim these if they want them. Ripken, Charlie Lau, that's the hitting guru. 67 tops. These probably shouldn't be in here. Yeah, these are 67 tops, 68. Those probably shouldn't be part of this. Charlie Lau, these are 65. Yeah, these aren't going to count. Davey Johnson. Yeah, these ones do not count. I think I was holding these back out for Joe. Yeah. Or not Joe, Phil. Phil, Joe, same thing. No, you're good. It was some that I had to pull off to the side. David Wells, Orioles. Eddie Murray. There's another Ripken. How about an Eddie Murray pop-up? Unpopped. 85 All-Star game. Here is a Ripken Ultra All-Star. Another Ripken Pinnacle or Pinochle, if you ever played Pinochle. Here's a Duracell Ripken. What's going on with this? You even get this freaking vintage holder. Ripken and Palmeiro. This is before he lied before Congress. Ripken. Look at that. I'm chasing a straight, guys. They spelled Ripken wrong. Look at that. They spelled Ripken wrong. Freaking hacks. Ass ton of Ripkens.
You said 26.
Yeah, there's probably 27 counting the Marlins. Or if you had the Rockies, 228. Because they added 2 teams in 93. Here's a Palmeiro, Ripken, Orioles. There's the Ripken family. Cal Jr. and Fuckface. Ripken. Kraft singles. Oh, look at that. It's not even popped up. You can get inside there and pop it up. That's probably worth 10 grand. Steals to be had. Ripken. What's up, Terry? They had 75 cents on this. Probably wouldn't charge you that. Here's a fold out. You could sit here and just unfold cards all day. Look at all the Ripkens. 85 Topps All-Star. Some more. What is that? That's 57. Yeah, those don't need to go in there. The O's brothers with their O face. Greg Olson. You can hang out with Greg Olson on Twitter. Anybody want some Ripkens? Musina? Jim Palmer? Palmeiro? Time has not been kind to these. That's how my spine feels at 51. Mike Devereaux. There's a Musina. Keith Moreland. Dave Concepcion. How'd he sneak in there? Bunch of Ripkens. Community heroes. Phil Bradley. Jim Palmer. What's this? 81? 81 Fleer Jim Palmer. That's a good looking card. This one's not cut quite as nice. There's Phil. Kurt Schilling. Ugh. Here's an 82 Scott McGregor. More Ripkens, some stickers. Phil, what the hell took you so long? Phil, do you want all the Orioles? Do you want me to just give you a dollar amount? Phil, I'll even give you all the vintage. Let's see how many cards we got here, Phil. Are you in the mood to splurge a little bit? All right, I'm not going to count the stickers. Stickers will be free, and we'll go no dupes. We'll go no dupes, and I won't count the stickers. So there's 20 cards. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You don't want any shillings. 8. Here's the Palmers. I'll give you the better one. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. I think we got that one already. 17. I think we did that one already. I don't know. 18. 19. Give you the better one. 20. So there's 20. Did I just give you that one? No. 21. Or 1, I mean. 2, 3, 4. I won't count those because they're bent. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, not counting the sticker, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 5, 105 cards. What is it? That'd be, including the vintage stuff and the stickers, 105 divided by 12. Look at this. Look at this dirty ass thing. Phil, by, what was that? So that was 9 of those, right? So 8. So Phil, buy 8 of those things on the stage, and I'll close your stack, and you'll get all those. 8 of those things on the stage, and I'll close your stack. And you get all the vintage stuff. Phil Moore, closed stack. That's a pretty goddamn good deal. Excuse my language. Didn't mean to swear at that extent. Apologize if that offended you. The G didn't need to go in there. Oh, I almost kept a card. Look at that. Tell the people I'm as bad as whatnot. I try to keep that. All right, what do you guys want to see next? Maya brought up a good point. Wash your hands after handling this stuff. I got a decent stack of Braves. You guys want to see the Braves? Mike, you want to see the Braves? Red Sox stack is pretty good size. Yankees, pretty good size. Oakland A's are pretty decent size. No, actually, that's the Braves. Red Sox. Rangers are pretty good size. It's a lot of Juan Gonzalez, though. All right, let's see if we get somebody else. We get a bunch of Braves. I'll show you the Braves if you guys want. Here. We do have a decent Braves following. Somebody might see it after the fact. Couple Braves holograms. 83 Dale Murphy. There's a lot of Murphys in here. 83 Donruss Dale Murphys. And these are in nice shape. That one's not cut great. 86 Murph. Ron Gant. Oddibe McDowell. Murphy. Justice. Andrew Jones. Glavine. Klesko. There's quite a few Kleskos in here. 83 Topps Murphy. Justice. 82 Donruss Murphy. 84 Topps Murphy. Again, Klesko, Smoltz, Lonnie Smith, Murphy. This Murphy's not holding up too well. Some more Kleskos. Kmart Aaron, Smoltz, Glavine, Justice Murphy. Smattering of Javi Lopez. Necro Brothers. More of that frickin' Klesko card. The Spawn puzzle. You guys forgot about Javi Lopez. You forgot about Klesko, too. That was everybody's jam there for a little bit. Look at that. Look at that. Oh. Oh. Look at that. Oh. It's a lot of Klesko. Maddox. Chipper. Ken Griffey Sr. Smoltz. It's a good-looking card. Deion Sanders. Lopez. Klesko. Justice, Lopez, Smoltz, Andrew Jones, Maddox, Strange But True, Crime Dog, more Klesko. There's a Metal Universe Smoltz, McGriff. I can see you in there. Glavine, Etchy Face. There's a Chipper, more Chippers. That's the Gold Medallion edition. Justice, Glavine Strike Force. Maddox. Here's Greg Maddox's credit card. I doubt it still works. Maddox. Greg McMichael, I don't know who that is. There's a Maddox Sport Flick. Maddox. I assume that was $2, not $200. There's a Maddox Metal. That's Raw Dog in it. I'll put a sleeve in there. Well, Mike Jones, was there something you want? If not, I'll see MTV Mike. Do you want me to price the whole stack, or you want to pick some players, or what do you want to do? Let me start with Mike Jones. I can take the doubles out if you guys want. I don't know if you caught wind of what was going on, MTV, but you get 12 for $5. Let me see what Mike Jones wants to do here. Yeah, so you get 12 for $5, MTV. All right. Maddox credit card, Fleer Metals, Chippers. Metal. MTV Mike, a ton of Dale Murphys. Again, I can take out the dupes if you don't want dupes and bring it down for you. We're going to go through this a couple times. All right, I'll see. Let me see where I'm at. There's a chipper. Frickin' Clascos, man. There's a chipper. That's not a metal. Yeah, I won't. There's a Maddox credit card. Chipper. There's a Smoltz medal. One, two, three, four, five, 6, 7, 8. 8 and a pack of sleeves, Mike. Jones. All right, grab the block. All right, so MTV, you want me to take out all the doubles and see where I'm at? Let me take out all the doubles and see where I end up. Stickers, we're not charging you for the stickers. I need a picture of you wearing the sticker, though. All right, you guys watch and see if I... All right. You may accidentally get a double, but I'll try to avoid it. Okay, there's a double of the McGriff. There's a double of the Maddox. Double of that Maddox. I know there's at least 2 of those Dion's. We've seen this Maddox already. Yep. That Maddox we've seen. I'm pretty sure we've seen that one. Can't do this at 51. I know there's 150 of those Clascos. Burn up all those Clascos. Unless you know Ryan Klesko. He may not even want them. So I pulled one Dion already, so we got to keep one. Smoltz, Javi, Gant. Mike, did you collect back in the 80s and 90s? Your past is so mysterious to me. All right, I'm going to give you the best looking Murphy. You know what? None of them are cut that great. It's probably this one. Some 83 Murphys. There's a Donruss, a Fleer. '83 Tops. That's a good looking one. You don't need that Klesko. One Glavin. I gave you a Donruss already. There's 82 Donruss. Yeah, Aaron Struzinski. She's putting the hockey away. 84 Tops Murphy. I think you got that Justice already. Klesko, one Smoltz, Lonnie Smith. Murphy. This Murphy's in rough shape. You already got 7. That Klesko. You got that Aaron. Yeah, there's some cool stuff in here. A lot of fun. Again, it's not going to change your life. They're not $10,000 cards. But if you like collecting... All right, let me get you a good Lopez because there's a bunch of them in here. That one looks all right. Freaking Klesko, man. Holy cow. But again, there was a time... My one buddy was a Braves fan. They were nuts about Klesko. There's a bunch of Lopez. The Spawn puzzle. All right, let me see where we're at here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 24, 25, 26, 27, 29, 30, looks like 90 cards. I'll call it 7 blocks. So seven of the units, and I'll close your stack, Mike. 7 of the units, so $35, and I'll close it. For what's basically, I think it's about 90 cards. And that's capitalizing on our long-time history. And it'll close your stack. That work for you? Yeah, I can do that too. Yeah, so just buy 7 units of that thing that's on the stage there. I'll put close but hold for best. Hold for best. And you don't need to put a shipping note in there. Cool. Gracias. All right. Yeah, I don't. My God. You imagine comping this stuff out. Okay, again, Bat Flip is on at 8. He's got 8 teams left. If you buy one of his teams, I'll give you a couple free cards. If I see one of his teams click off here. I don't know what the 8 teams are left, but I'm just trying to help him get closed. Actually, he's down to 6 teams. Did somebody buy one of his teams and I missed it? I didn't see who bought one. And I never saw the sale. Did you guys see it? Yeah.
No, 5. I got here at 2.
Okay. Can I do it in like an hour?
Yeah.
All right. Thank you. Nice job. Will you kill those lights for me out there? See ya. Nice job. Thanks. Who wants to go next? Furtman, you want to see some Yankees? All right. I'll show off of the Yankees. You guys can figure out what you want to do. Furtman, what Mattingly rookies are you missing? If you need a Mattingly rookie, tell me which one you need. John, what are you missing? John, if you want, I'll show you some Yankees stuff. I went through my PC, I don't know, late last year, and I've got stuff I've been trying to get rid of, or that I decided I don't want. If you want to see that, I'll show you guys that stuff if you guys want to see it. It's just stuff I decided I didn't need, like dupes and raw stuff if I had graded stuff. All right, here we go first. Here's Yankees. Okay, so again, it's 12 for $5. And if you buy 2 lots of $10, I'm a little more aggressive with your stack. So here we go. Lighter. Here's a Boggs. And for free, I'll peel the sticker off. Sterling Boggs. Gooden. Chicago Joe. Tino. Pettit. Cone. Mickey. Ruth. Boggs. Mantle. That's not a real 57, just so you know. Tino. Boggs. Gooden. Pettit. Again, this isn't my PC. This was out of a bulk. If you guys didn't see the picture, I bought that whole cart off that guy at the show. Rivera. The Rivera is a little weird down here. I don't know what's going on with that. Like I said, I've washed my hands multiple times after handling this stuff. Posada. Pettit with the protective coating. Bernie. Pettit. Paul O'Neill. I showed these as an example. I had never seen these cards before. Topps Laser. Look how freaking cool that is. Look how awesome that is. I'd never seen those, and this was probably in the window that I wasn't collecting. What year is this? 96. Yeah, I don't think I was buying cards back then. Boggs. All right, so you want a Boggs. And then, John, when Furtman's done, let me know what you want. You want a Pettit, probably. I think it was just Boggs and Pettit, wasn't it? Yeah, you already got a Boggs. Was there an O'Neill in it, too? Was there an O'Neill? I think Paulie just had a birthday. Yeah, I didn't see a Paulie. Oh, the Laser O'Neill. You want the Laser? I love that card, too. Yeah, let me take care of Furtman here. Rivera. Bernie. Yeah, some of this stuff I'd never seen. Strawberry. Coney. Pat Kelly. Remember Pat Kelly? Pat Kelly was stuck to it. Blackjack McDowell. God, did he suck for us. Jim Abbott. O'Neill. Leyritz. I think I told you the story. I met Leyritz. And he signed a ball for my kid, and some dude took the ball. McDowell. You want that McDowell, Furtman? Jimmy Key, Bernie. Boggs, you can see inside the little window there. Tim Raines. Mattingly, I don't know if I have that. I may not have that. Jeter. Gold Leaf rookie. That maybe shouldn't be in there. What's that worth, Furtman? Do you want that? It's actually in pretty good shape. That one corner is a little soft, but all right. That one corner is a little soft. Let me know what that goes for. I don't think those two corners aren't great, but there's a Jeter. I don't give a shit. You want this one too? You want it? All right. Rip me off. I don't know if I have that Mattingly or not. Pettit and Jeter, double trouble. I don't know if I have that Mattingly. Here's another Jeter rookie. Boy, am I getting hosed. You want that Jeter? This place is bullshit. Mattingly's. Hit the double trouble. Crystal Ball, Ruben Rivera. Don't know why that's in a top loader. Watch out, Rivera doesn't steal shit from you. Yogi, Steve Sachs. Brian Taylor. Get you out of a bar fight with that. Hal Morris, friend of the group. Deion Sanders. JT Snow. I put it in there. You never know. Mattingly. I've got so many of these Mattinglys. I do like this card, though. Yeah, if it's in here, I think I missed a couple of those Mattinglys, though. The 89, that might be the 90 Bowman. No, I cannot read that. I think that's an 8. I think those are both 89s. Are those the oversized? These things are a bitch. 89 Bowmans. Rags. Kevin Moss. Rigetti Sport Flick. Sachs. Here's an 82 Nettles. JT Snow. 82 Reggie. Poorly cut. 86 Winfield. 88 Winfield, or is that 87? 88 Winfield. 81 Willie Randolph. Bernie Williams rookie. Paul O'Neill Upper Deck SP. Those are pretty cool. Boggs. Mattingly. All right, Furtman, how far are you trying to get? You want to try to get to a dozen? Oh, Greg just bought Bowman's Best 1. That'll help. We're almost closing Bowman's Best 1. All right, you trying to get to 12? All right, McDowell, Pettit, Boggs. I'll give you $400 worth of cards there. Double Trouble, Jeter. That's 6. There's 7. Oh, I got to go all the way through these again. Rag Sport Flick. Hang on. Sport Flick should be easy to find. Roberto Kelly. What the hell happened? I'm gonna crash out and just smash everything. Rag Sport Flick. Frickin' Sacks? No, it's not it. Thanks for not taking all the Jeters. Now I'm getting pissed. What are you? 5 cards? What am I looking for? I'm looking for the Rag Sport Flick, the 282s, and the 82 Willie. That's 81 Willie. 81 Willie. This 82? That 82? And the Rags. Does that get us out? Three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I count 11. Are you pulling it there? Toss in a Mattingly. Need to make sure it's one I don't have. How about this Mattingly? Or one I don't need. All right, Furman. All right, before I get to Big Boy John, I'll show you guys the stuff from when I cleaned out my PC. So, John, you watch this too. I think I still have this tray handy. This wouldn't apply to this, but just so you guys see this. This was stuff, I cleaned out my PC, and it was stuff I was like, yeah, I don't need this stuff. So, some oversized stuff. There's a Bernie, a Tino, a Pettit, Winfield. There's a Mel Stottlemyre. I don't even know what the hell that is, but look at the back of it. And we can talk about this stuff offline. It probably wouldn't. The kid in the YouTube chat asked about Ruth stuff. We can chat offline about this stuff. I mean, some of this stuff might apply, like Soriano. There's a Guidry. Just stuff where I'm like, I don't need all this. Or I had dupes of it. Some Pettit stuff. Like if you're like, hey, I love Andy Pettit. I mean, I'll give you the whole stack for like next to nothing. Some Dion. some Bernies, Glaber, some Tigers guy might want all the Glabers. It's a bunch of Glaber stuff. Here's a Glaber relic. Again, if you're seeing this, just message me later and, hey, I saw that card. Here's a Gary Sanchez to 49, dual relic. Here's our buddy Phil Hughes. Here's his patch. Ricky Henderson, Yogi. Here's a Willie Randolph, 81 Fleer. Yeah, eventually I'll die and somebody will have to clean all this shit up. So I just went through and thinned some stuff out. I mean, there's nothing wrong with me that I know of. Here's some Riveras and some of this stuff. I was like, man, I got too much of this stuff. A-Rod. There's some Phil. Yeah, John, I don't know if you know that Phil used to hang out here and break with us and stuff. Bernie Williams, Nettles. There's a 79 Nettles. Bernie, World Series. Maris, Tino. There's a Tino. Girardi. Which Bernie, John? Bernie and Tino's shiny. Yeah, if you held a gun to my head and had me tell you what cards these were from, I'd be like, I don't even remember. These? No. All right, crap. Last pile. This shiny could be anything. Those aren't shiny. I don't know if it's that. That. I don't know what that's from. I don't remember seeing. It's not that. I don't remember seeing anything that went with those. That. So was it those three? Those three? All right. You know what? I'll put them in the little thing here if you want. All right. So let me finish this up. There's a Boggs Finest. I almost said flashbacks. There's what is that? 70 Reggie? 71? That's beat up a little bit. Angels Reggie. Posada. Carrick to 150. Tyler Wade. There's a Tino Finest. Sterling. Tino Crown Royale with cheese. A couple Dion's. Tino Finest. Tino Crown. There's Tino Crown. Where's the Tino Finest at? That one right there. All right. That numbered Gehrig? Let me find it here. Dion Mo. There's a Signature Series Mo. Phil Hughes. Luis Ortiz signed. I don't even know who the hell Luis Ortiz is. There's a Boggs Bowman's Best. Look at that thing. It's a good looking card. Miguel Andujar. Some more Andujars. I just realized that Gary Sanchez is numbered. Aroldis Chapman. Matsui. There's a Godzilla rookie. Which Boggs? This Boggs? All right. Volpe. There's a Glaber Topps tribute. Some Moran Duhars. Garrett Cole. Soriano. Look, it's a good-looking card. They don't make them like that anymore. You want that Soriano? Tyler Austin out of High Tech. Clint Frazier. There's a Boggs press proof. Brian McCann to 176. You want that Soriano then? I like Soriano. Lefty Gomez, 49. Tanaka. Brian Taylor. Who do we have here? Oh, Justice Sheffield to 99. El Duque, Crown Royale. One El Duque. Yankees Sapphire to 25. Abrams, Fragments of the Farm. Oh, that was because it was tin caps. Anybody needed an Abrams? Betances to 200. Auto. I don't know what you're saying yes to. I'll see where we're at. Paul O'Neill from Finest with the coating. This Paul O'Neill. Okay. Reds Paul O'Neill. These Paul O'Neills. Okay. El Duque. Luis Hill. David Cone. Paul O'Neill Finest. I think you want that. Paul O'Neill Pinnacle. Paul O'Neill Fleer Tradition. God. Makes me miss the night. I'm going to be like those guys on Twitter talking about how awesome the 90s were. Tradition. What about the Upper Deck? How about a Paul O'Neill TSC? Oh, the Pinnacle. TSC. Bernie Williams. Dramatically on the back. Bernie Williams. Tino, Top Stadium Club. Yankees Camouflage to 25. Justice Sheffield and Duhar, black and white out of Diamond Kings. Henderson 89 Fleer. Beltran to 399, game used. Trout and Mantle out of Diamond Kings. '86 Fleer Boggs, Red Sox. 84 Topps Boggs. And a Harrison Smith, Irish. So, John, do you want to see the actual Yankee stack from the little bulk lot program and then see where we're at? Go back through those real quick. All right, let's go through those. The rest of you guys probably fell asleep. All right. I don't know how we're going to have to find a fast way to do this. So I guess I'll kind of go slow enough to where you tell me if there's something. Tell me the name. Okay. Mattingly, JT Snow, Bernie. Maybe I can try to separate them by player, which will help me a little bit. Sachs, JT Snow. Anybody else wants any of these too, feel free to shout their name out. And I'll try to sort it by player as I go. JT Snow, Winfield, Just say the name and we'll kind of go back and get them. Winfield. There's a Bernie rookie. Paul O'Neill. All right, so the Paul O'Neill. Boggs. Mattingly. You do not like Mattingly, John? Did you put a yes on the Mattingly or no? Okay, you have all those, me too. Rigetti. Guidry. Gooden. Roberto Kelly. Barfight Brian. Winfield. Mattingly. Winfield. Again, anybody else can claim too, so. Hal Morris, friend of the group. Dion, rookie. Anybody else can claim. Winfield. John's got first dibs right now, though. Which Mattingly? This one? Okay. How do you not have that one? Ruth Collectabooks. It's in pretty nice shape. All right. Ruben Rivera, Crystal Ball. He should have looked into it. Yogi, Yankees leaders, Mattingly and Henderson. Winfield, Reggie, Steve Sachs. Had Sachs here somewhere. Laritz. Oh, you want the Sachs? Pettit. Bernie. We're going to end up with a mess here. Jimmy Key. Rivera. Pettit. Bernie. Mattingly. Tim Raines. What are you saying yes to? Glove Mattingly. I don't think I have that one. That's yours now. Boggs. Look at that. You can see in it. Boggs, Mattingly. Jeter. Kevin Moss. Rigetti. A couple Bowman Mattinglys. Now I no longer have a stack. Moss, Henderson, Rigetti. Which was the last Mattingly? Winfield. What was it? Pins in for the Rangers. This one? Was this your card? The Bowman Mattingly? Which one? There's two of them. I think they're both 89 Bowman. Okay, this one. We're down 11 people. We're getting Bat Flip Hanks break close. What's he down to? Somebody know? Yeah, I see that. They don't want to see Yankee cards. Goose Gossage. Paul O'Neill. Jim Abbott. McDowell. Bernie. Pat Kelly. Cone. Pettit. Boggs. Strawberry. We're almost done here. Boggs. Bernie. This Bernie. I'm starting to get a read on you. Boggs. Cone. Rivera. Paul O'Neill. What's up, E-Mart? E-Mart, you want to see some Rockies? Boggs Finest Sterling with the coating on it. All right. Girardi, Bernie, Posada, Pettit, Paul O'Neill, Pinnacle. I think you got a different Pinnacle. All right. If not, we can. See, I don't think you grabbed one of these bogs. We'll move it over and we'll see if we get another one. Pettit, Tino, Girardi, Gooden. All right, so let's see where I'm at here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I'm going to figure out the ones I'm going to let slide as regular cards as part of the little deal. There's the other O'Neill, so you don't need that. 1, 2, 3. Let all those O'Neills go. I'm going to let those go. 5. So there's 12. There's 12. I'm going to call that chunk a third one. I call that a fourth one. A fifth one. And I don't care about that one. 6 units and it's yours. 6 units for that whole stack. And I guess I'll ship it. I don't know if you have a stack here or not. I don't remember. You might have a stack here. So you just buy 6 of the things up there on the stage, John. And that'll be everything. That includes the Betances, the Gehrig, the 2 Yankees to 25. One's the Sapphire. The Beltran to $3.99. All right, yeah, and I'll close your stack if you want. That work? So $30 shipped. All right, is anybody interested in any of those other Yankees I showed? I took a nice chunk out of some of that stuff. All right, thank you, sir. What's up, Goat? Not the most exciting thing in the world. If you don't collect the Yankees, that lost us some people, but got Goat's football break Saturday at 9 o'clock. Random teams. Go find a newbie. Tell them they can get in for $15. All right, anybody else want to see something? If not, we can shake it up a little bit. We're definitely not going to auction with 11 people in here. Yeah, Bill, hang on. Bill, back then it was okay to call them Indians. All right, here we go, Bill. Alomar, Bell, Barrega. I could never say his name. Tommy, Vizquel, Hershiser, Eddie Murray, Manny. He's being Manny. Eddie, Steve Olin. He's dead. Albert Bell, Murray, Alomar. Let's see what we got here. Vizquel, Tommy, Vizquel, Bell, Hershiser, Barrega, Tommy, Hershiser, Bell, Tommy, Winfield. I didn't even know he was there. Murray. Kenny Lofton. Manny. Here's Manny's credit card. Tomey. Lofton. Charles Nagy. Medal. Bell. Murray. Hershiser. Bell. Checklist. McDowell. Bell. Manny. Alomar. Tomey. Lofton. Alomar. Vizquel. Murray Medal. Manny. Murray. Bell. Hershiser. Lofton. McDowell. Vizquel. Franco. It's a pretty good stack. Lumberjacks. Numbered to 5,000, Manny. This might be real wood. Yeah, I think it's real wood. Look at that shitty top loader. Do you know Steve Olin was dead? Lofton. Murray. Manny, look at the tornado. Lofton. Bell. Hershiser. Bell. Manny. This might be the most Steve Olin and Tim Cruz. It was a boating accident. I think the boat was doing 100. Barrega. Manny. Hershiser. I think this was the deepest of all the teams. Murray. Did you like Eddie Murray? What about Ann Murray? Carlos. Spirit of the game. Lofton. Brooke Jacoby. Pete O'Brien. Corey Snyder. Jerry Brown. Loftons. Look at all those Loftons. And a sticker. Chief Wahoo. Can we price out the whole stack, Bill? Give you the Friends of MBB discount? All right. Actually, I won't count the stickers. Stickers don't count. You don't care about dupes, too, right, Bill? I think I pulled some Loftons for Hecker already. You want me to leave dupes in? Ah, you bastard. Now you tell me. All right, hang on. This will be rough. All right, we got to try to make sure we spot the dupes. Hang on. No, it'll be fine. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. Let me see. Let me see how it looks. Yeah, I can help rack to Hecker too. Let me see how many are actually dupes. Because I didn't pull all of them for Hecker. Let me see where we're at. Ooh, I bet he'll like that. Some pretty cool looking cards, guys. It makes you wish that the card companies were doing it like this still. It's too bad I did nothing to help Bat Flip Hank out tonight. How many teams does he have left? Nine and a half lots, Bill. Hang on. With the dupes, it'll be easily over 10. I'll call it 8 lots. And I'll close your stack. 8 lots, I'll close your stack. I'll rack the dupes to hecker. That work? So you got a couple lots free. All right. Do you want to see some Astros or not? Since we've lost everybody, we might as well show them some Astros. All right, 8 lots, Bill. So quantity of 8 on that one thing on the stage. And then you tell me if you want to see some Astros. There's some Bagwells, some Biggios. I think there's some Loftons in the Astros too, actually. Some Lofton rookies. All right, just pay the 8 things when you can, unless you did it already. Yeah, so I sold 42 lots like that. So 42 times 12, plus I went over. I moved some freaking singles. What's 42 times 12? I mean, I'd probably 500 cards in an hour and a half. That's nothing to sneeze at. I mean, that's $200 for cards that, imagine pricing all this shit out and taking pictures of it and stuff, or trying to go auctions on it. Hell no. Minus the fees and stuff, whatever. Maybe it's like $150 or something, but yeah. God, no. And then having some asshole want to see the corners and stuff. Are there any 80s and 90s Astros that interest you, Bill? I mean, it's not a huge stack. All right. For anybody that's interested, since there's only 8 people here, Sutton, Dave Smith, Deshays, Kevin Bass, Bagwell, Ryan, Luis Gonzalez, Ryan, Biggio. Here's an 81 Ryan, Lofton, Bagwell, Shagwell, Bagwell. Here's the team nobody asked for. Some stickers. Billy Wagner, Bagwell, ass ton of Bagwells. Doug Drabeck's credit card. Luis Gonzalez. I'm a huge fan of Luis Gonzalez. Thanks for everything you do. Actually, there's Biggio. Ton of Bagwells. There's a metal. These metal cards are badass. Bagwell and Derek Bell. Biggio. Ryan. All right. What else do you guys want to do? I don't know if we're going to be able to raid into Bat Flip. Pretty much. Who else wants to look at something? This is about as low as you can get your audience, I think. Name a team. What do we have left for Bat Flip? He's got 4 teams left. What's 42 times 12? Plus we went over. Yeah, we've moved over 500 cards. All right. Anybody name a team? 80s and 90s stuff that you want to see. I've actually completely sold out of a couple teams just because we closed it completely out. Expos. What's up, Thompson? Thompson, you want to see my Red Sox? All right, let's see some Red Sox. Steve, it's 12 cards for $5, or if I like it and we do a big bulk deal, you can get a bunch for a couple of those $5. All right, so here's what we got. Ellis Burks, Sasaski, Seaver, Rice, Clemens, Rice, Boggs. Clemens career highlights. I don't know if this is, looks like there's dupes of a bunch. And I can pull the dupes out too. Like if you, Steve, if you say I want the whole stack, I can price out the whole stack and pull the dupes if you want. Or if there's players you don't like we had to pull Schilling out of one. Boggs, like if you wanted all the Boggs. Carl Yastrzemski, 82 tops. That's a good looking card for 82. Look at it. Corners look good. Centering looks good. Boggs, Clemens. Mo Vaughn. There's Brady Anderson. There's a pretty good stack of Mo Vaughn in this. Greenwell, Dwight Evans, Boggs. Stickers are free. Clemens. Tom Seaver. Why does that look fake? Is that from the traded set? It is. That's from Topps Traded. They airbrushed. Look at that. They cut it. That's fake as hell. That's from Topps Traded. Boggs. Pedro, he threw down an old man. Pedro. Mo Vaughn. Clemens. More of the Clemens highlights. Clemens. Collectabooks, Yastrzemski. These are in nice shape. They were in a box. I broke up the set to do this. Clemens. Mo Vaughn. Jim Rice. Plus, you guys get a Chris sandwich for 99 cents for the purchase of a coffee or an orange juice. The other side is Tony Pena. Dwight Evans, Sport Flick. Clemens, Boggs. Clemens, Boggs, Dwight Evans, more Clemens, Roger, not Samuel, Boggs. Again, if you want, I can pull the dupes out and see what it looks like. Look at this, Mo Vaughn, Hot Commodities from Upper Deck.
They don't make them like that. That looks like it's from like 96. Mo Vaughn with no coin in it. And then there's Mo Vaughn with the coin thing in it. Pinnacle Mint. Bogsy, Clemens, Mo Vaughn, Canseco, Clemens, Canseco, Mo Vaughn, Clemens, Canseco. Transaction, Canseco. Want to read that probably all at once. Mo Vaughn, Chris Howard. I don't know how that got in there, but you might want Chris Howard. Mo Vaughn and Mo Vaughn.
That's the Red Sox. What do you think, Steve-O?
All right. Thanks for looking, as the guys say. Anybody interested in the Clemens stuff, the Bog stuff, the Mo Vaughn stuff? Anybody else? Might separate these while I'm sitting here. Jim Rice. I can pull the dupes if you want. Obviously, you probably don't want Ellis Burks or Nick Osaski. Anybody like Mo Vaughn? Clemens. We're about 10 minutes away from... We might rate in a bat flip. Got to get his last 4 teams closed, though. Clemens. What's he got left? I'll give you guys some free cards to help close. If you grab one of his last teams.
Name a team. I'll show you what I have.
All right. Put these Red Sox away before I start stinking up my mat.
Rockies, Twins, A's, and Jays. I got some Oleroods. Somebody buys the Jays, I'll give you some Oleroods. I think there's some Blue Jays Hendersons. Twins, I got some decent Twins. Some Puckets. Grab the Twins, I'll give you a couple Puckets. Let's see what Puckets I have here. What's up, Art? There's a Puckett. Let's see how many different Puckets I have here. There's some Knoblauchs. Molitor. Marty Cordova. He played here in Fort Wayne. As did LaTroy Hawkins and Matt Lawton. And Dan Nolte. There's a Puckett. Knoblauch. I never had a problem with Knoblauch. There's a Puckett. Pat Mahomes. Look at that. We hit a Mahomes. What's up, Art? There's a Puckett. Puckett. Sticker. Puckett. Pretty nice stack of Puckets. That'd be a free one. That's crinkled. Look at that. 81 Topps team set or team card. Gaetti, Frank Viola. There's a nice looking Puckett. Knoblauch. 87 Topps Puckett or Donruss Diamond Kings Puckett. And a Puckett. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19 different Puckets and a sticker for $5. 19 Puckets and a sticker for $5. What's up, Art, Kenny? Make sure I wash my hands after handling these. Do not touch your mouth or your eye sockets.
All right, I probably won't try to raid 10 people into. Thank you, Bill. Into bat flip. Yeah, that wasn't bad. I sold 500 cards. You cannot complain about that. Royals. Anybody want to see the Royals? This is pretty fun. I might do this again. Mitch Barnes. Mitch is on at 9 o'clock. Mitch, you want to see my Angels? Mitch, you weren't even born when these guys played, though. All right. Mitch has got his pre-bids going. We got to close Bat Flip's last 4 teams. You know what? I'm going to go in and buy one of his right now, I think. We still got the A's left. I'll buy his Blue Jays. I bought his Blue Jays. Hell, I might as well buy his Rockies, too. All right, he's still got the A's left. Twins and A's to close Bat Flip. All right. Thank you guys for everybody that hung out and watched me go through all these cards. What's up, Jay? Jay, do you want to see some Twins? Do you need some pockets? All right. Jay, the deal was 19 puckets for $5. Ready? Watch. 19 different puckets. This one didn't count because it had a crease in it. Sticker doesn't count. So watch the puckets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. 19 puckets. Actually, 18 different puckets. 18 puckets for $5. There you go. And then here's the other Twins, if they mean anything to you. There's Knobloch, Viola, Gaetti. Here's the 81 team. These were dupe puckets. Knobloch, you probably don't like Knobloch. Again, the dupe puckets. Mahomes, if you want Mahomes Sr., here's the metal Knobloch. The Troy Hawkins, some guys that played here in Fort Wayne. Molitor. There's some Molitors. Jeff Reardon. And again, dupes to the pocket. Molitor. Jack Morris. All right, I will put those in your stack, Jay. No, this was from that cart I bought at the card show. All right, Jay's in. What's up, Colt? We're trying to close the Twins and the A's for bat flip. He's going live in a minute here. I suppose we could raid into him. And then Mitch Barnes is live at 9. Colt, do you need any baseball? 80s and 90s baseball deals? Sandberg and Sosa. Does White Sox Sosa count? Because I think Harker took all my Cubs. So hang on. Harker took all my Cubs, so hang on. Will you accept White Sox Sosa? Oh, wait, here's some Cubs. Here's some more Cubs. All right, so here we go. 12 for $5 is what we're trying to do. What's up, Jordan? Let's go through the Cubs first. So just Sandberg, Grace. There's a Sandberg. Ooh, these are some nice ones. There's a Sosa, Sandberg, Sosa. These were what my daughter wasn't done sorting. Sosa, Howard Johnson, Sosa, Todd Zeal, Maddox. What's up, Patrick? All right, let's look for White Sox Sosa. White Sox Sosa. Frank Thomas, that's got a ding in the top, though. Sosa. Some more Frank Thomas. Sosa. I can pull the dupes out of this, too, before I count it. Sosa, Colt. I think Colt might be my last sale here. These are all dupes. I'm assuming you don't want dupes, Colt. Oh, that was my stomach. Baines rookie just floating around in here. Albert Bell. Ventura. Then we'll raid over to bat flip. Audience is small enough we can just get in my car. Frank Thomas. No White Sox fans here. A lot of Big Frank. All right, I'll let you know how many we got here. Ventura, metal. Chris Sabo on the White Sox. Didn't even know that was a thing. All right, so Sandberg, we got 1, 2, 3, 4. Cub Sosa, watch for dupes. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We're a little short on the 2 lots, so 1 each of the Frank Thomas. Okay. 12 and 9. Who doesn't like the Big Hurt? I think we already got that one. We do. Look at that one. What's up, Terry? Got those. Those are the Cubs. 10, 11, 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So 3 of the things on the stage, and since you bought 3 lots, Colt, I'll throw in a pack of penny sleeves. So 3 of the items on the stage, and I'll throw in a pack of penny sleeves. Beautiful. And this is a stacked item, Colt, just so you know. If you're in Bowman's Best next week, you got nothing to worry about. Thank you, sir. Because Bowman's Best will close it. All right, we better get over to Bat Flip. He's still got the Twins and the A's to close over there. Twins are $10, A's are 40, because you're going after Kurt's Card Care. All right, thank you, Colt. Thank you, guys. And we'll see you over at Bat Flip. And then Mitch at 9. Thank you, guys. Let's raid.